Now we're going to look at what some simple definition of what a business is all about today. A business is usually defined as commercial enterprise. We have known that. Some are run by only one person who carry out all of the required functions. Like some of you now, you may be the only person that will start this business as a seed producer or as a value added producer, and you start on the small scale. So others employ thousands of people and provided goods and services to people all over the world. We have told us in the first part about business, the type is it can be large scale, it can be small scale. Now, each business can be defined or described by its type of ownership, the goods produced or services offered, the type of jobs provided or the functions it performs in a community. For example, what do business do? Business are started by entrepreneurs who see a need, recognize the opportunity, and go into business to meet the need. For example, there is a need in a farming community. And what is that need? There's no quality seed producers in the communities. Now, in a situation whereby farmers have to travel from main town to come and look for seed or go to institutions, now you are within the community. So this, you are seeing the need that farmers within your community need quality seed, and you are there to produce for them. Now, business and people need each other. There are many stakeholders. We depend on a business for products and services, but also for employment. Now, this YESA project is to create self-employment for the youths, and as well as produce outputs, goods and services that people can access. We need to focus on efficient use of resources, and business also need to look at generate profit and surpluses. What business do? Who are the stakeholders? Anyone who are interested in the use, who has interest in the use, in the success of a business. The customers are involved. The farmers are the customers. Managers, employees, owners, local community stroke environment, suppliers, government, creditors. In fact, some of you who are seed producer, there are sometimes that you can even wait. Government come to your community to buy seed to as a to complement farmers' effort. Then, what do business do? There are so many things that will happen when we talked about business. And what did they do? We talked about inputs. Business take inputs, they process it through the manufacturers, and we have an output. And when you take input, it costs either fixed and variable cost. And we need a revenue, we need a profit. If you look at the charts I saw us for certified seed production and mechanization and floor production, you can see that I highlighted all the necessary inputs that were needed and the cost, including personnel and some other costs, variable costs or fixed costs. And at the end, you will be able to understand the revenue generated and the profit at the end. What do we mean by industry? Industry is a group of business that all produce similar product. It's called an industry. For example, automobile manufacturers. Automobile part is the automobile industry, separated into three categories: primary, secondary, and tertiary industries. Now, let us look at industry, primary industry. Those that are involved in the first stage of development of products, harvest natural resources that are later used to manufacture products, like mining, fishing, agriculture, forestry, and oil and gas extraction are all primary industry. Large amount of money is needed for research, equipment, and machinery. Automation reduces the need for labor because In this primary industry, they have what it takes and automation they need for human labor. They use machines, so the machines will be controlled by, instead of working with 100 people, the machine can be controlled. For example, if you take what a tractor can do in 2 hours, 100 men may not be able to accomplish that goal. So this is an example. Then looking at the secondary industry. Now, manufacture raw materials into finished products. Gold and silver ores are refined and made into jewelries. But you can see they are secondary producers. Crude oil is refined into machines, oil, gasoline, and plastics. For example, rice is milled into flour and baked into breads and cookies. It then means, but the person who is involved in value addition is not the one producing the grain. The seed producer produce the seed, he gives to the farmer produce grain, and he produce the value addition camp to the miller to get his flour for his cookies and confectionery. So technology innovation has led to automation with computer assisted designs. Today, most before, you can put on your gas. If you want to bake a cake, you time it. You don't need a human being to hire a human being to stay there. It is automated. Now, production is increasing using fewer workers. Now, tertiary industries. They provide services to consumers and other business. Often, they involve in selling or using products produced by secondary industry. For example, I just mentioned rice flour. Tertiary industries are rapidly expanding, creating job opportunity in service occupations due to advances in technology, including electronics, communications, and computer science and aerospace. An aging population, busy consumers with less free time, and consumer demand for high quality services. Now, what influence on business? Now, we have what we call internal and external influences. What are those internal and external influences? We talked about external factors, accounting and finance are there, productions and operations management, human resources, objectives and strategy, then marketing. So these are the influence on business. And if we are able to handle this, then we'll be able to look at what business is all about. Then we talked about marketing. In the previous slide, we mentioned some key points on what core competence and skills. So in marketing, what are those? We have internal and external influences, like external factors and all those things. We have to do what is called market analysis. Market size, market segment. What are the strategy, objective of the business? What are the niche versus mass marketing? You can create a niche for yourself. Then what are your market portfolios? Now we look at market research. We look at the primary and secondary research. Now we look at the marketing mix. What do we need? We need the price, the place, the promotion, and the product. So in your marketing analysis, we'll be able to pull this. Objectives and strategy. Now, when we talk about objective and strategy in all the marketing structures, human resources, external influence that we have seen, we need a legal structure, sole proprietor, partnership, and corporation. What are the business objectives, your mission statement, your starting business? Then we'll take about stakeholder. Who are the customers, the suppliers, the employees, and communities that are involved? And you talk about your SWOT analysis. I have discussed in the earlier slide, like strengths, weakness, and opportunity and threats. What happened? Human resources. And when we talk about internal and external influences in business, we talk of management structures and organizational design to manage top managers, middle managers, frontline managers, and operatives. Leaderships and management style. We have autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. Sometimes, I don't care. the management structures and leadership structure, and that is why you have to understand some of the basic things you need for you to start a business. Now we look at the management by objectives. Now, human resources. Two, you need to motivate. Motivation is a key. Recruitment and training of employees for them to know and understand. We are training you people on different business models and different value chains for you to be able to stand in your business. You are receiving training. So this is a structure. And when your business is expanding, you will end up recruiting people. And that is what this project is all about. Self-employment and creating employment opportunity for others. Recruitment and training of employees, workforce planning and communication. And production stroke operation management. You need efficiency and effectiveness. What stock and quality control mechanism did you put in place when you are talking about production? What are the capacity of utilization, production methods, economics and diseconomies of scale? What are the profit and loss? When we talk about the accounting and finance, what are the profit and loss? What are the break-even point, balance sheet, budgeting, and revenue? So what are the external influence again about my marketing structure? Perfect, there will be competitions wherever you are in the market, in business. We've talked about imperfect competition, monopoly and oligopoly, the macro economy, business cycles, people that are around you, government objectives and policies that are embedded in your business environment, the legal environment, the law, how you relate with the law, social responsibility and business ethics. So these are very important points you need to look at when you are doing your business. And I say thank you for this final part. And if you have things we need to discuss further when you come during your practical, this one is to help you develop a business plan that will help you aid your business and make you a profit-oriented business owner. Thank you.